Good afternoon and welcome back to the garden. Today is Thursday, January 6th. Even though it's only 18 degrees right now, spring is right around the corner. You know what we're going to do today? We're going to plant some sweet potato slips. Come on. As cold as it is, you pull back that mulch, you see how nice that soil is? All we did is scrape just enough to fill up a few containers. Let's go ahead and plant some sweet potato slips. I thought you said this was a no-dig garden. Well, it is a no-dig garden. Although right there underneath that mulch, in this temperature, I got just a little bit of soil that's got life in it. It's going to be a nice start for those slips. And putting that mulch back where we took this soil, it's got plenty of time to go ahead and get ready for the springtime planting. If you ask why I didn't take some of that nice compost right there next to the compost pile, because it's frozen solid. When you see these slips, you know why I didn't want to wait. Our orange sweet potatoes are Beauregard. They're even starting to make slips. Now the purple sweet potatoes that we made pies with at Christmas, cut the ends off, and these are tremendous. Almost all the purple sweet potatoes, and I'm sorry I don't know what variety they are. I just got them at the local store last year. We were able to come up with a pretty decent harvest this year. Oh my goodness! Wow. But all you have to do is cut the ends off and set them in a little container of water and then go to town. But it's time to go ahead and get these in some containers, get them in some soil. And while it's cold outside, what better thing to do than to plant? So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got going on here. Now what we did here, look how nice those root. It's like with all the rest of them, you just grab the slip and you gently pull it off and it's nicely rooted. And if you remember, we did a triple out there on the Beauregards, and it did very well. We're going to go ahead and leave this connected. I don't want to break those roots. Those are really, really nice. But when you pull those off, see how nice those roots are? Alright, just like with the rest of them, you set your roots down, you just put your slip down in there, and you lightly backfill. Now remember, this entire stem will root, so it doesn't really matter how deep you put it. You want to have some soil between your roots and the bottom, obviously. And don't worry if the leaves all fall off. That's normal. They'll come back with a vengeance. And then you just lightly snug that down in there. Look how big that got. But that's rooting off of the potato. So we can plant that and make more slips off of here, but we can also pinch off that slip, and we'll keep this in the water. Go ahead and just put that in the soil, backfill in around it. Now if you see right there, those nodes will make roots. So we're going to place that in the container, backfill with your soil, just snug that down in there. And this ought to root just fine. Any damaged leaves you can go ahead and pinch off right now. Here's another one with roots coming off of the slips. Just take that loose. We'll follow these and the other slips as they come on, and we plant them and they mature. And this is a secret that we've found to be able to grow hundreds of pounds of sweet potatoes. You start early. There's no real magic on how to get the slips going. We've just left them sitting on the kitchen counter and they just start making slips on their own. Once they do start producing a few slips, you get them in a little water, get some roots going on them. And I'm thinking one of these decent sized slips off of one of our bigger potatoes, just go ahead and let's randomly pull that. Go ahead and put that down here on the end, and that way we can follow it. All you got to do is just make a small hole. Just put it in the hole and snug that soil back in around it. Now remember, the entire stem will root, so go ahead and put in a little extra soil. That way you're going to have a good strong root system when you start off. When we get past the last frost, these will be ready to plant. Just like anything else you plant, give everything just a little drink of water. Just like last year, we'll follow these and any other slips that we plant. And with our big boy here, we'll see if we can't get another giant sweet potato from a giant sweet potato. I want to thank you for stopping by the garden for a minute. And remember, until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.